Hey everybody, Raymond here with the Evercrafter, and welcome to Live Sales and Crafting Down South, Crafting Day Flocktail Hour. It is the last Thursday of the month, and I am the last presenter of the day. So, we're here. I'm going to get myself pulled up on my laptop so I can see some comments, and I'll be right back with you. But while I'm doing that, if you're watching this part, it's probably a replay. Go ahead and hashtag replay down below. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and if someone sent you. Otherwise, I'll be right back. And I'm back. I'm just going to hang out and let some of y'all get in here. I see we got some people in. There's 3. Hopefully comments are working, because I hate it when they don't. It doesn't happen to me often though. Do 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 do. Do I not have comments? That's not good. Well, while I wait to see if I have comments, I will. Oh, there's a comment. Hey Albert, how you doing? I don't like how this change they made. Hey Nina. How's everybody doing today? Just sharing myself out. Hey Peggy. Well, let's try that again. There we go. I can't spell, guys. I'm glad I'm proofreading. There we go. I'll share it out. We're going to do, now I will say, though I see your comments here, I do not see them over there, which is strange, because typically it's the other way around. Hey Jane Ann, how you doing, my love? I'm actually going to back out of this one and reopen it and see if that works. And it does. Nice. Christy! What's up? So strange. I do not see your comment there, but I see it over there. Christy. I started to text you a minute ago, but I literally just got home. Corey had a flat on the way home from work. And he knows how to change a flat. But he calls me and he's like, would you believe there is not a spare tire in my car? I was like, well, look under it. Sometimes they're, mounted under. He's had the car almost 2 years, I think. No, maybe it's almost a year. It may just be almost a year. I can't remember. Maybe it's 2 years. Anyways, there's not a spare tire. So I was like, call the dealership, because that's where we're taking it anyways. Hey, Janice. I was like, call the dealership and let them know that there is no spare tire. There's a spot for it, but there is not a tire. They're like, oh, your car doesn't come with a spare tire? When did cars stop coming with the spare tire? Ridiculous. But it's under warranty. Like, it's got tire warranty, so they're going to replace it anyways, but Hey, 3A. But yeah, I was like, what? No, Janie, I actually bought 2. I worded that wrong. I was actually just showing them to tell other people to go buy them some. but it worded like I was looking for them, but I got mine. I'm good. But yeah, I was like, when did cars stop coming with the spare tire? So now he's like, maybe you should check yours. I was like, well, mine's a truck. It's got to come with one. So I'm going to go after the live and look under mine. But anyways, what I was saying to Christy was I finally made a lollipop that is good enough to put a napkin on. And then after I did it all white because I wanted to do everything else in color. But it looks like a little baby cake. So I'm thinking it's going to be a cake on as a lollipop. It's not dry on the back yet, but is that not adorable? It looks like a little tiny baby cake. Hey, Lucy love. Right. It's ridiculous. Ugh. But yeah, look. It looks like a little miniature cake. So I'm going to turn it into a lollipop that looks like a cake. I think that'd be cute. That's crazy, Jane Ann. That's crazy. Well, hello. Hey, Jane Ann. Thank you, Jane Ann. Tanya. Hey. I got confused. But yes, so tonight's project. We are going to get a little witchy. And tonight will be a part 1 of 2. Right? That'll be super cute. We've all seen y'all make these beautiful lollipops, but one that looks like a cake would be kind of different. So I'm going to try that. But tonight's project is part 1 of 2. Your next question is going to be, when will part 2 happen? Not next week. Part 2 will happen tomorrow. Hey, Justin, my adopted husband. Part 2 will be tomorrow. I am live with Friday's Fabulous Fakers tomorrow. Hey, Georgia. I forgot what time I'm live tomorrow, but I think it's 12:30. I'll double check and let y'all know. It's posted on my page. So tonight will be part 1 of a 2-part project. But what we're doing tonight will be finished, and then it'll go with what we do tomorrow. Hey, Sandy. So, I'm going to show you where we're at so far, because of course I did like this much prep. So you're going to need a circle. Ignore the writing on that circle. That was from something else. So these holes are not needed. You just need a circle. This circle is, if I had my tape measure, I do. I can tell you. Hey, ma'am. This circle is like 10 2/8. So let's just say it's 10 and a half. We'll just say it's 10 and a half. So this is a 10 and a half inch circle. If you buy the cookie cutters, the round cutters from Hobby Lobby, these, it's the largest of the 3. I am 12:30 tomorrow. Thanks, Albert. Hey, Scylla. Yeah. So if you bought the metal circle cutters from Hobby Lobby, there's a 3-pack, 3 different sizes. It's the largest of the 3. And I stuck it on there and I traced the outside because I wanted it the biggest it could be. Okay? You're going to need this cutter again. Or whatever size you do. Hey, Renee. So, you're going to need a circle. Like I said, ignore the holes and ignore the writing. Alright? Then you are going to need, let me grab one. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know where that went. So I can't show you the before. Sorry. You have those? So this was a styrofoam cone. And we're just going to guess at how tall it was. 5, 9. It was either 13 or 14 inches tall. Okay? That's just the size I'm using. You don't have to use this side. Hey, Teresa. I can't ignore it. What can't you ignore? Oh, the writing in the holes. My bad. All right, so what I did is I laid my cone on the table and I cut at an angle. Any angle works. There's no math involved. Just cut an angle. The only math you need to know is your circle. And the only reason you need to know that is to make sure that it fits with your piece. Okay? We're making a witch hat, if that wasn't obvious. I'm sorry. Okay, I will tell you in a minute why it has holes in writing. Hey, Janice. Good evening. All right. I cut it in an angle. Then I turned it to where instead of going back the same way, it would go this direction. Okay? Then I did it again. And I turned it where it would go again. So it looks like a witch hat that's bent over. It could be a leg. It could be a finger. Oh, hush it. Hush it. Okay. Now I'll tell you about the holes in the writing. See how this says top and this says second? It actually went like this. And when I was putting the, y'all don't see it, but on this wall, there are crown logos on the wall. All the way across this wall. They're black crowns and white crowns. So what I did to place them is I had a piece of this cut in a long rectangle. And I put it on the wall. This was the top. There was another hole down here, and there was another hole here. Okay? So I made a grid. I put a mark through this hole, then I went over to this hole, and went down to this hole and put a mark. That way, they would be staggered in the wall. There was a lot of math involved, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Ta-da, thank you, you're welcome. I love y'all. Okay, so, we were making a witch hat. Ma'am is not allowed to say, but ma'am probably at this point, since this is part one of a two-step this is the first project of a two-project project, ma'am probably knows what I'm making. But ma'am is not allowed to tell nobody. Thank you, Teresa. Alyssa, I did not see you come in. Hello. Welcome to the flock. I am Raymond with the Evercrafter, and I like to make stuff, and apparently I like to do math. Just in case you needed to know. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Heidi. So, we're making a witch hat. Next thing some people are going to say is, your foam board is going to warp. 100% it's going to warp. I know this. But I don't care. It's okay. Right? Right? Math is great. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to put that in the middle. Or roughly the middle. Okay? And I'm going to take my blue Sharpie because my black one went dead. I'm not going to math this and make sure it's perfectly centered. Okay? I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm going to draw a circle. Why, pray tell, am I drawing a circle? What's up, my sister from another mister? Why, pray tell, am I drawing a circle? Because I want to go in. Oh, no. Obviously, we're not doing that. Never mind, I see it. I need a tape measure and some skewers. I'm not doing math with the tape measure, so don't freak out. What I'm doing with the tape measure is I'm putting it at the edge of the circle, and I am bending my circle just slightly. Then I just need to know where that line is. Then I'm going to go over to this side. and I'm putting a mark. Just like that. Just like that. We're going to try to hopefully keep it in the right part. Just like that. And what I'm doing is bending this one the opposite way. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like actually I missed the line altogether, but it's okay. I'm just slightly bending it. I want my hat to have a little bit of shape to it. That's why I did that. Now, for extra support to help keep that, I'm actually going to take these skewers and crack it. Like that. And then I'm going to tape it to the underside. I don't think I'm going to need to actually. We're just going to leave it bent. Because we can actually, now that we know where the bends are, once we get it on there, the plate on there, we'll be able to bend it slightly. So that'll work. But I am not going to cut out the middle. I saw that comment. The reason I am not is because the other part is going to fit perfectly on being flat. Okay. Now that I have explained all this, my sister from another mister, we are making a witch hat. I explained how I made this shape earlier. It's at the replay if you'd like to watch that. We are going to pull some of our Great Creations Faux Cupcakes black. Where is Marie? I have not seen her today. Annie is actually on right now also. I saw that she was going live at the same time I was, and I was like, dang it, I want to be there. So Scylla, go tell her I said hi, and then I'm live right now, or otherwise I'd be there. Please, thank you. She may not see the comment, but... Alright, now, I'm going to explain to you what we're doing to cover the brim. We're covering the brim first. You know, I could have brought my other laptop, my other device in here. I mean, I have my laptop, but I like to watch myself on it. But I could have brought my tablet. It's charged. Hey, Steph. So, let me take my bracelet off and my ring off. Lay those right there. For those that remember the whole fiasco about me not being able to find my security bracelets anymore, because the place I was getting them from doesn't sell them anymore. I found some while I was in Florida at the what's that place called? The gift shop right next to the resort we stayed, the hotel we were all at. Hola, Liza. All right, so what we're doing is we're kneading our clay, whatever you want to call it, and we are going to roll this out to make a circle to cover the foam board, right? Then we're going to make a second circle the same size, and we're going to give it a fancy little way of connecting it all together. I hate this roller. I hate the big roller. Just so y'all know that. But this is being such a big piece of clay. Hey, Sean, my friend. But because we're having to roll this out so big, I don't want to use the small roller. Nothing. I didn't buy nothing. I went with the hopes that they would have my pumpkin. I still haven't got my pumpkin yet, y'all. The one I'm looking for. Come visit, Sean. Come visit. Where you live at? I forgot. Montana, something. You live up north? I can't remember. I think it was up north. Did I buy all they had at Home Goods? No. Like seriously, all I bought was nothing. I was looking for my pumpkin. Some of y'all have heard me looking for this pumpkin. See, I put my circle cutter back down there. Hello, Snow. But we're not going to press it down. We are actually going to cut around it on the outside, and we're going to leave some space around the outside of it. That's actually a little bit thicker than I had planned on it being. Actually quite a bit thicker than I planned. So I will probably cut this and then still re-roll it again to stretch it out a little bit more. If that's the case, I could just go ahead and cut it and do it. Thank you. Thank you, my doll. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Peaks. I don't feel like I've seen Peaks in forever. Did I miss? No, she didn't say it yet. Okay. I was just making sure I didn't miss where Sean said where she lived. I don't need a lot of leftover on the sides, but it doesn't even have to be a perfect cut, to be quite honest. Hey, D. Nashville? I don't know why I was thinking way further north than that. Nashville's not bad. That's not very far, Sean. And, you know, my family's in Arkansas. And I go visit there sometimes. Just saying. Not often, but I do go sometimes. Alright, so, like I said, this is a lot thicker than I'd planned on it being. On the edges, anyways. So I'm actually going to re-roll this slightly. We'll stretch it out a little bit more. And then we'll cut it again. Because that's quite a bit thicker than I wanted. Hey, Tisha. It's definitely in the middle, it's thin, but on the outside, it's not. All right, so I'm gonna lay this back on there. And I'm gonna cut it again. I'm not even gonna do that type of cut, I'm just gonna cut it with this. Because it doesn't have to be perfect because of the way we're gonna attach it all together. You just want to leave yourself anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch all the way around the circle. So who has seen, I know y'all have, that I released, not the lineup, well, yeah, the lineup, just not the times, of who all is doing this year's Evercrafter Extravaganza, which I gave a very easy name this year. Y'all made me feel bad about my extra long name last year. So we gave a very simple name this year. I'm actually going to just lay this on my desk. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck. It is, y'all, I think I have assembled some of the best cake makers out there for this event. My plan was some of the best cake makers. Cake slices, cake makers, all of it. And in doing so, we're pretty much going to have a battle to the slice. I have been compiling this list, y'all, for 4 months. I started this list in May. Actually, no, April is when I started putting this list of people together for this event. And they were actually all picked prior to Fake Bakers, but I didn't want to announce it until after Fake Bakers. We are going to get a crafting live. Nikki B! We're going to have a crafting live with our new friend, Christy from Lolly and Pop's Pink Santa, who, if you've not seen her work, I know we all know for her 3D stuff that she prints and sells, but y'all, she does amazing work also. I love you, Nikki B. Nikki B's going to come down here and play too. We're going to get Nikki B down here for Mardi Gras. That's my plan. My birthday is August the 16th. And my 1-year live anniversary, no, my 2-year live anniversary is August the 18th. So, it's a birthday / anniversary. And the best part, I started this last year. The best part is Christmas macaroons. Did I make some Christmas ones? I don't remember if I made Christmas ones, but I'll check. So last year, when I decided to have this thing for my birthday, I wanted to do something that I've not seen done before. And that is, because I'm celebrating my first ever live, I wanted to bring someone else on who had never done a live before. That way, not only would we share that type of anniversary bond or whatever, but it would get people to go outside of their comfort zone. I might, Brenda, I can't remember that if I've done Christmas ones, but I do have some stuff to do Christmas ones. I just I'm not sure that I've done them yet, though. I know I haven't made any this year, but I may have made some last year. But yeah. Yes, definitely. Oh, sorry. But yeah, my plan was to have my birthday event and introduce somebody else to the community the way I was introduced to the community. Hey, Essica. Do it, Sean. So last year, we had Wendy from Personally Yours by Wendy. She did her first live last year for my birthday event. And then this year, Christy has went live, but only she hasn't done a crafting live. So she'll be doing a crafting live for my birthday. And the theme is Slay the Slice. So what I'm thinking, everyone's going to make a cake slice. All different themes, whatever theme they want to do. It's not no overall theme. Although I am dressing rather regal, we shall say. I posted the video today for the macarons, and I think I put the sounds great, Steph. Sounds great. I think I posted the tutorial under it. If not, I'll do that. But I'm pretty sure I posted it under there. The tutorial's on YouTube for the macarons. Anyways, lives. They're going to be making a cake slice, anything they want. I'm doing something a little regal, of course. Thank Marie Antoinette. Yes. So it's going to be super cool. And it's like, if you've seen the lineup, it's a pretty great lineup. If you'll notice, it's on the 16th, but there's also something on the 15th. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, I thought that was the easiest way to do it. Now, I do have another one that I've made, actually, this Halloween one right here, where I bulked up the middle more so that it could hold weight to be a cake stand. So that I did in a private group, so I can't share how I did that, but yeah. That tutorial will eventually be available for purchase, by the way. Probably soon. Thank you, ma'am. But yeah, if you've seen the lineup, it's a great lineup. But that Friday, there will be a second guest appearance as a duo. Not even the ladies know who that is. I've not even told the ladies. What did Corey say that, what did he say? The King's Court. That's what he called y'all the other day. So I've not even told anybody else who the Friday night guest is. So, yeah. All right, now we have our two pieces, okay? We have two kind of circles. Now, Raymond, this is a piece of foam board. What are you going to do? Let me show you what we're going to do. Remember I bent it. So we're going to lay that where there's some clay sticking all the way around, okay? We're going to press that down. I'm not gluing. It's okay. We're going to take this one and we're going to do the same thing. Actually, this time I am going to put some glue though, because I let the top of that get dry and I didn't mean to. I'm not even sure the ladies realized there was a second guest. I don't even think I mentioned that to them. Let me grab a paintbrush. I like having everything right here behind me, but also it gets in the way because I can't put stuff where I want it. I did put a lot of glue because we know Raymond hates glue. Alright, so we did that. Very sloppily, but we did it. Hey, Maria. I kept it very, very quiet. I did. Alright, now what I'm going to do, because I should have done this already, is I'm trying to get this up off the table. I should have put some paper under it, and I did not. So, I'm having to be very careful. There we go. Okay. Alright, now that we have it on there, somewhat, I'm going to lay it back down, but now it's lifted to where I can actually get to it. We are going to take our second piece here and lay it directly on top. Just making sure that we have enough hanging off the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Yes. Yes. And we're just going to take this and we're pinching it together all the way around. Okay. So what this is going to do is going to seal it off from each other. But then we're going to do one more thing to it after that. So see how I just kind of pinched it all the way around? And you can still kind of see how that part goes up. Right there. Then we can go back and bend that down some. Okay? Now, we're going to take this and pinch it even more. We're just trying to make sure that's really good together, okay? Don't worry about the fingerprints and stuff. It's going to add to it, I promise. All right, so we've got our hat shape there. Now we're going to take our scissors. I'm actually going to flip it and do it on this side, because this side I can see where they connect better. I'm going in, cutting where they connect. I can hear y'all now. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? No, it does not. Because we're going to do it again. So I'm just cutting all that off, all the way around. Now I'm going to flip it back the other way to make sure that I got all of it. Like I missed some there. And right there. Okay. And we're going to kind of pinch and pull. We're making it wavy around the edge. I don't want it to be a perfect circle. I want it to look thinner on the edges. Almost like the way a pie crust looks, to be quite honest. If you get it too thin, just push it back in there and squeeze it again. You'll know when you think you have it too thin. So, at this point, either side can be the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. All right. Now I have to sit this somewhere. Let me grab something to put this on. I'm actually going to make this the bottom because it's got a spot right here that has a little hole in it. So that's going to be my top. It's got a little bit of a blemish on it, but we can make that work. So I'm just going to sit it down to the side to dry. Okay? Wendy, darling. Is Mr. B here? What's up, B Daddy? Why you say bye-bye? He called me boo. I'm going to be hot now. I'm going to be all hot and bothered now. I got Wendy darling here, my Nikki B, my B Daddy. Goodness. Daddy B. Okay. So now we have to cover the hat. Again, that's going to take quite a bit of clay. So we're going to have to roll a big piece. Wendy, before I start covering my hat, look. It looks like a little baby cake, right? It's going to be a lollipop that looks like a cake. Okay. More black clay. It's going to take a lot. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that he didn't call me Boo. He called Nikki Boo because she in here. But I'm going to take it as he called me Boo. Just because I'm like that. I'm going to try to make this clay thinner than I did for the brim. Right, Wendy? I haven't seen that one done yet, so I figured that would be what I do. And I got it smooth enough that I can try it with a napkin. I've only tried to make a lollipop with a napkin several times, and I can never get my clay smooth enough. But that one actually worked. It's not a perfect circle, but... So I'm going to try my best to roll this big enough to cover it in one piece. It may not happen, but we're going to try. And I'm actually going to roll it with my small roller. I just feel like I get more control with my small roller. Hey, Debbie. If I can get it wide enough, then maybe I can stretch it long enough. Because I'm not opposed to it having push marks in it because it's supposed to be fabric anyway. I was going to texture it, but I changed my mind on that real quick. I think I have PST, how you say it? PTSD from texturing the gingerbread man at Fake Makers. Because that stressed me out. Because every time I got one side looking good, I ended up smushing the other side. We know that this has to be roughly 13 inches long. Roughly. Let's see how long we've got it now. That's actually about 16 inches long, so that's plenty long enough. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to roll it with wider, or try to roll it a little bit wider. It needs to be wider at the bottom than the top. Alright, now as long as I didn't get it too thin that it rips, we should be okay. Alright. Y'all, I measured the inside. I didn't measure the outside. Dang it. It may not be long enough. We're going to make this work. Dang it. We're going to make this work. Somehow. I'm going to make it work. I promise. Like I said, I'm not opposed to there being fabric, like wrinkles, per se. Hey, Naomi. I hope I said that right. And my plan was to cut it here anyways. Like to pull it together and cut it there. So we're going to see if that can work. So hopefully this works. Now, did I get it right? No. I did not. It's okay. It'll be all right. We all know that I'm not, yeah, a little push and pull. It'll work. If I don't have enough to cover this down here, I'll just do another piece. It'll be fine. I'm going to go in. I know where this needs to be cut for the most part. I'm going to cut that off. And if I cut too much, that's fine too. We can make it work. Because I definitely cut too much at the top. And y'all notice I didn't put any glue on here. Hey, Debbie. Debbie girl. Debbie girl. You're my world. Has anybody saw our sweet tea tonight? She may be doing stuff with the family. Today's her birthday, and I was supposed to sing to her. And I can't sing to her if she's not here. Just saying. So I'm going to go back and cut that, obviously, but so it's working. Now we just need to cover this down here. And the good thing about this clay, I've noticed, is it doesn't happen with everybody's clay. I'll just say it like that. Some clays it does. What I like about using this clay, this is, like I said, this is Marie from Great Creations. What I do like about this clay is I can take my hands and kind of smush it when it's still wet, and it covers, like, it gets rid of most of the imperfections. Like, you can't even see the seam here anymore. So that's one of the things I do like about her clay. That, and she has my favorite green. Because we all know how I feel about my green clay. I use so much green clay. I haven't used a lot lately, though. You knew what it was. Debbie knew what song I was singing. Alright. Now, I'm just going to take this right here. I'm going to roll this, and we're going to make this work for the rest of it, to cover that last little area. I made it. It is a cone that I cut 3 ways. I'm not sure who asked that question. Was it Wendy? I took a cone, and if this is the cone, I cut it here and then turned it the opposite, like instead of, I moved this side to the other side, and then I cut it again and did the same thing. That way it made it hook over. I hope that made sense. If not, let me know. I can show you on a smaller cone. Alright, we're just going to take this and flop it on there. I still didn't get quite big enough, but it'll be alright. We're putting a bow on it anyways, so it doesn't have to be exactly. Just going in, cutting some of the excess off again, and then rolling it under. And then I'm going back and see, these are the seams I'm talking about. When the clay is still wet and pliable, you can kind of just smush them together and the seams will go away. Or you can do it the old school way that I do when I sculpt my faces and add a little water. Either way works. And like I said, I'm not worried about fingerprints and all that in this because it's fabric. They're supposed to look like fabric. So right now I'm just kind of pulling some of this excess clay over because I've got enough of the excess that I can cover what's left to be covered. Once it's covered and folded under, could use a little bit more right there. There we go. I am going to go back in and cut some of this off. Hopefully. This is a little bit more hard to cut right here. Y'all saw that I got to hang out with our wonderful, incredible friend Maritza yesterday. Or Ritz, whichever you prefer to call her. We went to Michael's. We were going to do some other stuff, but it was raining. So we didn't get to do everything we wanted. But she's here for work quite often, so we're going to hang out again. Alright. Now, there's our hat. And let me bring the base the brim of the hat back over. I'm not worried about that being stuck to it because there's going to be something there anyways. So, let me look at it and see. I want this to go this way. Yes. Okay. Trying to figure out how I want to do this to make sure it's in the middle. I think that works. I'm gonna set it back on here. Hey, Patricia. All right, so there's the hat, right? But we have to join it all together. So what we're gonna do is right now I'm just kind of pushing it down on there. Patricia, did you have a good birthday? It was yesterday? Today. Can't remember if it was yesterday or today now. But I hope you had an amazing birthday either way it goes. So that's going to be the start of our witch hat. I think it's actually pretty centered too, which I'm kind of shocked by. So we have to put something here, right? Yeah, we made that in like 40 minutes, roughly. The rest of it was me talking. That there. Sew my clay back up. Can't believe I used almost half a bag for that, y'all. I wasn't expecting to use that much clay. Good. I'm glad it was a good birthday. You missed Justin. He was here earlier. I think he got mad at me because I told him I was going to visit the boys Sunday at the warehouse. So I think he got jealous. Mama Jones. So, we're going to do our band. Of course I'm doing an orange band. Of course. Let me grab my orange clay because I did not grab it. Aha. Sorry about that. We're actually going to use Glitz and Glue Pumpkin Orange. What was that? Did y'all hear that? Thank you, Debbie. Look, we all struggle at something. And I just happened to pick up clay pretty quick, but it was never super easy for me. It's gotten easier over the 2 years now, but I think I want to darken this just slightly. I think it's a little brighter than I really want. So we're going to darken it some. Alright. And do I have any brown? Let me see if I have any brown. I think I have some brown right here, actually. That is white. I'm mixing a little bit of auburn. It's more of a reddish brown, almost terracotta looking, but it should work. And I might have wasted that bag of clay because it wasn't closed, and it's been that way since before Cake Bakers. Dog is mad at somebody. So I'm just going to mix in half of this first. Hey, my bestie. It's okay. How the grandbabies? You have all of them or just the girls? All they had was fall stuff. Well, that's no fun. Yeah, I don't mind this having a little bit of a marble look either. It didn't change it much, but it changed it just enough, I think. I don't even think I have to add any more. I don't even know if y'all can tell the difference. But it definitely darkened it some. You can't really tell. It darkened it slightly. All 3 girls for 4 days. Awesome. Are they going to allow you to go live tomorrow? Right. Like the dog got on to me just now. Did y'all heard that, right? That's what it was. He was getting on to me because I left the bag of clay open. I don't know who he think he boss of. That was not Zerks. That was Dobie. Zerks doesn't bark. Zerks only barks if he's outside and wants to come inside. Hey, Holly. Yep, Zerks only barks, well, let me rephrase that. If he's in his kennel and we take too long to let him out, he'll bark. Or if he's outside and wants to come in. My nephews want to make they want you to make a reel with them? There's Justin. I thought you ran away, Justin. I thought you ran away and left me because you were jealous. Yeah, that was Dobie. Dobie is ferocious sounding. But y'all, she is not scary at all. She will run and hide. She'll bark at you and then run and hide. Yes. Alright, so we're going to roll this out. Y'all notice I mixed quite a bit of clay for just one band, right? Because, of course, the band is going to have a bow. A bow, you say? Yes. It's going to have a bow. The bow that I told y'all that I would make, show y'all how to make from last week. See? Justin, listen to Patricia. Listen to Patricia. She's telling you what to do. Listen. Go take your nephews and make a reel. Yeah, Dobie will think, you would think Dobie would eat you. And then you'd come in the house and she's going to run. She's going to bark at you some more and then she's going to run away. I'm sure she really felt like she had to protect us. She would. But yeah. Alright, I don't know if that's long enough, but we're going to hope it is. Because I don't have my bendable tape measure. This tool is a fondant cutter. It cuts perfect stripes. Like perfect stripes. Press down. Make sure you got it started right. Make sure your clay is stuck down. And just go for it. Pull off what you don't need. Put it to the side. Put that to the side. It cuts 2 at a time. Perfect stripe. So the fact that it cut 2 means that if one isn't long enough, I have a second one. Otherwise, I can put it back with the rest. All right. So if I want this to be my front, because when I put it on my item, I want it to hook that way. So I'm going to start my ribbon right here and back around because I want to put the bow right here. Okay. Hey Shay, I missed you today because I had an emergency, but I will go back and watch the replay. I promise. Promise. This came from the clearance section at Walmart. They were on sale for $2, I think. I think they were on sale for $2. But it's made by Wilton and it's a fondant ribbon cutter. Alright. I'm actually going to use this one first. And I'm going to start it right here. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it as flat to the brim as I can to help cover the gap. You'll notice I'm laying it across my arm as I put it on. That way it doesn't get stuck to my black clay. Except where I want it to get stuck to the black clay. Because we don't want little black marks, orange marks all over our hat. I'm not pressing it in hard yet until I get it on there. That way I can go back and do it with my hand. I just stretched it some, so I'm actually going to put a little fold in it right there. And I'm going to be okay with that fold being there. If I wouldn't have stretched it, one piece would have been fine. I mean, it still only needs one piece, but I'm going to take and cut off my excess real quick, because that's where the bow is going to go. Then I can go back in, and I'll show you what I did. Taking my finger, and I'm pressing down, so it's pushing the clay down against the brim, but also attaching it to the hat itself. If you got it thicker in spots and you don't like it, just use your finger and push it down some. Hey, Miss P. How you doing, my love? I was all kind of confused. But I had a slight emergency, so something I had to go handle. Wasn't nothing major, but not major for me anyway, but major for somebody else. Now there may be where this pulls some of the black. If so, I'll go back and fix it. Because, you know, sometimes two clays that aren't made by the same person don't act right together. Alright? So there's our band on our hat. You'll see right here, I could have done it a little bit different. What I may do, never mind, I fixed it. It's not perfect, but it works. It just kind of made it look more like a piece of fabric laying there. And if I don't stop doing it now, I'll continue to sit here with my fingers trying to do this. Yeah. I talked about it in the beginning of the live. Corey had a flat on the way home from work, and his car didn't come with a spare. So I had to go handle that. I thought it was really ridiculous, but apparently it's more common than I thought it was. I thought they just screwed him, to be quite honest. Alright, so we need to make a bow to go right here. So let's move that hat back to the side. Now this is the bow, for those that weren't here last week. Last week we made a lollipop with a gingerbread lollipop, and it had a bow at the bottom. So this is our gingerbread lollipop from last week. He did end up with texturing on the back and little stripes because of the drying rack. So, really? That's crazy. It's crazy. So, we are going to make this bow for the hat. I know many of y'all wanted to know how to make the bow, so I'm about to show you. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. So you want to take your orange clay, or whatever clay you're using, you can do it any color. Thank you, Alyssa. You want to roll it out. Lengthwise, as big as you think you'd want it to be. I don't want a huge bow, but I want a decent sized bow. So I just rolled me out a rough shape. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay? You're going to take your scraper. Give yourself a straight line on both sides. Okay? So now you have somewhat of a rectangle. It did kind of look like a shoe print. Now you want to find roughly the middle, and you're going to cut at an angle. Okay? Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now you're going to go down here and do it again. And then you're going to go over here and do it again. So you're going to get a shape that is what I call the Marlboro shape. If you know, you know. Okay? Now, if you think that's going to be too big of a bow, I think it's going to be too fat of a bow. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to trim it a little bit more. On both sides. Hey, Christy. Still the Marlboro shape. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take these 2 points right here. Oh no. She's good. Or a bow tie. Yeah. Figure out what side you want to use. You're going to take these 2 points. Got a piece of hair on there. And bring them to the middle. Let me pick that up and show you. Like that. Okay? Push down the middle and pinch the sides in. So I pushed down the middle and then I took the parts that remain in and I pushed them toward the center. Okay? Do the same thing on the other side. I'll do it right here so y'all can see. To the center. Okay? Now you take your middle of your hump, push it down, and push those to the center. That should give you this shape. Okay? I mean, right? Now, you're going to take this and carefully squeeze it in the middle and push it down. You're just kind of combining all that right there. Okay? Now, you need to puff it up. Just like we did with the brim of the hat. You're just taking your fingers and squeezing. That's going to give you that ruffly, ribbony look on the edges. Okay? Do it on the other side. And there's your bow. And once you get your bow on the hat, if you want to, you can do these little ruffle around the edge as much as you want to. Like you can make this as thin and wavy as you want. Okay? Just like that. Yes, it's still ugly in the middle. We're going to fix that. But first, we need to roll this out again. Dust off, blow, and go. Ooh, my goodness. I'm going to put that down in there, and I'm going to roll to the sides. I'm going to stretch this out some. Both directions. It's going to give us a long rectangle. we're just going to go in and like I like to dovetail. Actually, I feel like these are a little wide. I'm gonna fold it because I feel like that's a little wide. I'm gonna cut that off right there. I'm gonna cut that off right there. And I'm gonna slightly roll it a little bit more just to kind of join those back together. Now, if you want a straight edge here, you can cut it straight. I'm not worried about it having a straight edge. Okay. It's still a little bit wider than I'd really wanted. So I'm going to take about half of that clay and do it again. That's more the length I want. Closer anyways. Yeah, that'll be all right. It's a little bit better. So, cut it in roughly half. Okay. Go in and dovetail your ends. Put that to the side. Dovetail this one. Dovetail that one. Okay. So there are our ribbon tails. Let's pull the hat back over. Find the spot that you're going to put your ribbon tails on. Now, you can take this and fold it. Kind of pinch it. Put it where you want it. Okay. Now do your other one. Same concept. I actually wanted mine to look like they're hanging off the rim of the hat. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Lauren. That's not good. But look, I'm glad you're okay. I really am. We're making a witch's hat. Right now I'm working on the bow that's going to go on there. This is part one of a two-part project. All right, now remember the bow, the ugly section in the middle? We got to fix that. We'll take our orange, roll it. Doesn't have to be big. We're going to flatten it out. Just like that, where it's got like a little crater down the middle. Now I want to fluff my bow up just a little bit. That's what my dog does when it storms. He gets on top of me and I'm like, please. Not he, the girl dog does. So I'm going to squeeze this back together a little bit. Kind of like there's a line down the middle. We'll take that. Actually, I'm going to do it again. I want it a little bit thinner. So it's been storming like all day. That's crazy. So I made my little shape again. We're just going to take that. And I'm going to push it through and pull it to the back. And there's our bow. Now, I am going to use a toothpick. I'm going to push the toothpick into the hat. That way, the bow has a little bit of something to stick to. Pull it back over. Put the bow on. Now, if you want to wait a day, yeah, kind of like a hot dog bun, Miss P. Well, that actually sounds good for dinner, actually. If you want to, you can put some tissue or something down in here. That way, not tissue, but wax paper in here to help poof these up some, and wait a day and then attach it. Find what you think is the prettiest section, and then just push it on to your bow. Just like that. And there's your bow. Oh, that's no good. Movies and jammies does sound incredible. Did y'all see me just pull my pants up? No, I want chili dogs now. Yeah, now I feel like I need chili dogs. Alright, so we've got some orange left. Do we want to put a patch on here? Like a patch right here? Give me an orange heart for a patch or a black heart for no patch. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. I can't do that, but you know. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy, darling. Thank you, Miss P. No purple. Orange and black only. I mean, orange only. I only do orange and black Halloween. Hey, Maricela, my beautiful friend. No problem, Shay. I love making these bows. Now, I have the regular bow cutters. I do. But I just love this. I see an orange heart. I see an orange heart. Hey, other Pam. Orange patch then. Okay. We're going to do an orange patch. We'll do it right here. Like at that joint right there. Now, I could have done this on the... I could have... Ooh, not spicy. No. I don't do spicy. Where did I put it? I have a thing I want to use for this. Hey, Jolene. Thank you. Let me... Oh. Let's move that. Not to damage. I have this box right here from Mrs. P. And in said box... Hey, Paula. I'm still here. Hey. I have this incredible little silicone mat. We're going to use that to make our patch. I also have some bow molds and some tulip molds in that box also. Hey, Vicky. Oh, it was a 5 out of 10? I might can handle that. Yeah, I don't do spice. I can't. And I'm in Louisiana, so that's like horrible that I can't. But how you doing, Paula? And Vicky? Thank you, Sandy. All right, so what I'm going to do is just roll this out. I don't know. Do we want just a basic square patch? I guess that makes more sense. Just doing a square patch. So I'm just going to make me a square. Roughly a square. No. If I drink hot sauce, I'd be dead tomorrow. Wendy, I told you, it's crazy up here, Wendy. It is crazy up here. Oh, a moon patch would be cute. I have a moon cutter. My cutters are right here. We may do that. We may do a moon cutter. That would be really cute. So, it's got like this really cool pattern on it. So I'm going to push it down into that. So that's the pattern. That's pretty good. Okay. It's a great little pattern on there. Looks like lace. What about a star? I don't know if the moon is in this box. It should be in this box. I definitely have a star. I have ovals and flowers. Stars. Yeah, I've got so many star cutters. This star has a face in it. A star, Wendy? Because I really don't see my moon. I see a heart, lots of stars, bow ties. I don't know why I have so many star cutters, but I do. Because maybe I'm a star. Yeah, Brenda, me neither. Alright. We're going to do a star. Nice. It actually came out good. I could have made a moon with a circle cutter. I could have. There's our star. All right. Let me point this out a little bit more. Just to clean it up a little bit on the edges. I'm going to put it right there. Try not to lose too much of the pattern. There. Thank you, Renee. I could. I don't put the star on there now, though. Hey, Linda. So it kind of has a primitive look to it, which will go well with the other part. Thank you, Maricela. Were you here just a minute when I made it? I showed how to make it a minute ago. Now the only thing it needs is something right here. And I know what I want it to have. No ma'am, Mama Jones. No ma'am. We know we don't do glitter in this household. It needs something right here, and I know what I want it to have right there. But I'm not going to add that till later. Thank you, Linda. So, that's it, y'all. That is tonight's project. And if you come back at 12:30 tomorrow, Miss P knows what I'm talking about. Right here. Thank you, Jane Ann. Thank you, Susie and Tisha and Steph skull would be cute. Hello, Denise, my view. So, if you come back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern, I'll be right here making the second part of this project. That was 4. The second part of this project. I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited. Yes, Deanna. That's what I'm wanting to do. So I want to do a web that like is attached right here with a spider hanging down. That's what I want to do. A bat would be cute. A bat would be cute. Thank you. You have to go back and watch the replay because I built it. Like I built the form. I explained how I built the form. It's super easy. Actually, what time is it? 8:25? I'm going to show you how to do the hat. I'm going to show you how to make the hat form real quick. I need to put this clay somewhere though. We'll put it in here with this clay. Look, I made little baby hollies too. Not for this. I'm slowly trying to get back in my room and start crafting. Slowly. Alright, I'll show you with this size cone. Wendy, you watching? You're going to need some shish kebab sticks. Let me put my lid back on my X-Acto so I don't cut my finger off. I actually got a new X-Acto from Lydia's. I just haven't brought it in here. Present. Got it. Alright. So take your cone. Take your knife. Figure out how much of the hat you want to be this way. Okay? Cut it at an angle. I could have went a little bit taller actually than I just did. So we did that. Okay? Doop, doop. You're going to take this and rotate it. So now you have that angle. From here, you have to decide if you want this to bend down or go up. Because we did this one coming down, I'm going to do this one going up. Like back over this way. I think. Like that. Okay? So, I'm going to turn this back this way. Because we want this to go that way, we cut this way, right? Because we want this part to go that way, we have to cut this way. You're going to cut the opposite direction. Alright, so now we have 3 pieces. 3 pieces. Hey, Tammy! Get your shish kebab sticks. Cut you some pieces at angles. Always do them at an angle. If you cut your sticks at an angle, they're going to be easier to get to go in both pieces. Thank you, Jane Ann. Okay, I cut 4 pieces. Alright, I'm going to put a stick here. I'm going to turn this. And there's our first angle. Now, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I cut that wrong, y'all. My bad. I was supposed to cut this one the opposite direction. My bad. So our hat will be coming down the same way. I really thought I cut that the other direction, but apparently I did not. Put your stick in there. And you can twist this to where it's not exactly straight. That makes sense? Okay. Now, we all know that hot glue melts styrofoam. You can add it. Don't add a lot. Use a low tip. When I build out a styrofoam, I always do this. I go in and I put a piece of tape on the back like that. Then I go up here and I do it to the top section also. So that way those seams are now not going to turn, right? We'll make you one, Jessica. You know you can come over. We can do this. Jessica lives in my town. She's my friend. She was actually my first friend I had here, other than Corey. Yes, Denise. I don't know why I feel like I have to say Denise. And then I tape over all of my seams. It just helps it stay together better. And there you have it. And then for the brim, you just take a circle and you have a hat. So now I have a second hat to make a smaller one. And I'm just going to put that piece of tape on there because I have it. So there is that's how you build the hat. I really wish I know how I messed up my cut on that part though. I really wanted that one to go the other way. No worries. And if any of y'all try it and you have questions, you can 100% just inbox me. But that is how we made the hat. And remember, this is just a piece of foam board with clay on top and clay on bottom that I pinched together to give it the ruffly look around the edges. So I hope y'all all try it. But if you want to see how this gets finished out, or what this is going to go with, be here tomorrow at 12:30 to see it. Because I'm ready for it. Now, if y'all come tomorrow and I don't make the bottom of this, don't hate me. It just means I overslept. Because that could happen. I'm just throwing that out there. A tree topper would be awesome. This cone is a 13 or a 14 inch cone. Yeah. This one was like a 6-inch cone or something like that. And the circle, what do we say was, it's the largest cutter out of the Hobby Lobby ones. The Hobby Lobby 3-pack is the largest. Thank you for the stars, Trina. But yeah. And I made the clay a little bit bigger than the actual circle. So yeah, that was our project tonight. I'm actually rather pleased with how it come out. Am I stoning the bow? No. Not for this project. But there is a lollipop over there that I might. 12:30 Eastern tomorrow. Yes. 12:30 Eastern, that's 11:30 Central. Which is better than I thought, because originally I thought I had to be up real early. Now, like what I was saying, if you wanted to make this as a tree topper, which I think would be incredible, just be sure and cut a hole in the middle of your base and in your cone. That way you could kind of put the tree into it, you know? Thank you, Deanna Martin. Oh no, I'll be up for Sam. I'll be up for Sam. For some reason in my head I had to be up a lot earlier than that, but I don't. Oh, I just messed it up right there. It'll be alright. I kind of cracked it a little bit right there. I shouldn't have pinched it, but I did. Yes, I will be part of Friday's Fabulous Fakers tomorrow, so don't forget to come watch us all. Molly Fox. We'll talk. We'll talk. Friday's Fabulous Fakers tomorrow. Then you have Spanglish Amigas tomorrow night. And don't forget that this weekend is Lydia's birthday event. You're gonna make one this weekend? Please send me pictures. But yes. So that is the lineup for the weekend. Well, hello, Amy. How are you doing? If you were here earlier and I didn't speak, I'm so sorry. But I did. I taught you how to make the bow tonight. So I will still make you a video on how to make the bow, though. I will make a video for the bow. I promise. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's everything for the weekend. Next week, thank you, Trina. Next week is Pull It Thursday. Be getting your ideas up there. Because next week was Pull It Thursday. I will also be releasing the schedule next week about how the months are going to start playing out. Don't forget to save the August 15th and 16th for my birthday event. And keep your eye open. Hey, Jellyfish. Hey, Ritz. Ritz, this is not at all anything we discussed yesterday. But this is what I made. I actually have pink glitter sitting right there. I do. Alright, I'm going to go find me some food. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time. Right here. Alright? Hey, Tassie. But until I see you all again, tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern. Right here. Be wonderful. Make something wonderful. Live happily ever, crafter. Good night, y'all.